King George's Hall today in Blackburn for a wartime show. Oh, here they are, the arrival of that Roy Chapel. There he is, there he is, there he is. Oh, he's just come back from his sweeping job.
Doing back at work.
Oh, yeah. It is.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I've got my parachute ready.
Oh, you'll need it, you'll need it.
Oh, is that,
to get through the mob.
Are you going for the...
I don't know what it is.
Oh.
I think it's just stacking chairs on.
Oh, right.
Stack that on. Are you sure?
We've got to go back again because of the rearranging the car park.
Is those fans still there?
Yeah, they're going to shift them, I think, now. Anyway, hello.
Hi, Roy, how you doing, lad?
Man's school.
Alright, lad. As usual.
Just like that. Good.
I really want to tell you.
How do you do, sir? How do you do? How do you do?
I really want to tell you.
They're off already.
No, that's just showing off. Quite a mover, isn't he?
What's reverse?
Not to bull this, you'll need to catch that bloody transport box.
Oh, Mr. Lindup now, just about to go on in costume. What's the first number?
The first number is called the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force.
Which one are you?
I am, believe it or not, the Army.
Aha! Yes, sir.
I think it is. Unless I've come on the wrong night, in which case, I shall sing it underneath the arches.
Just about to go on stage here with the arrival of Betsee. Hello, Betsee, dear. How are you? Break a leg, dear. Oh, he's just got an air raid ward, isn't he? Off you go, Joe.
There you go, Betsee and Roy there, you all know Betsee and Roy. Welcome to the afternoon. As you can tell, it's a sort of a combined jubilee show, combined with a tribute to our gallant lads of the Second World War and the entertainment which they sat through then. And nice to see so many people here. What's the matter? Has the telly broken down or something? Is the bingo hall shut? What's the matter? What are you all doing here? Let's find out where you're from. Anybody come from a long way away, like Derby or something like that? One or two, let you out, have they? Yeah. Any international travellers from Accrington or anywhere? Burnley? Where? Cockle? Oh, all right. Oh, a neighbour of yours over there. First of all, before we go any further, and I might this afternoon, I'd like you to introduce you to our erstwhile musical director. He don't need any introduction, but he gives him a chance to stand up and show you his uniform. That's Colin Hilton now, permanent director. Now, I got on this bus because I come from a famous seaside place called, where? Fleetwood. No, it's not as famous as Fleetwood, no. That's the place, yes. This is a famous seaside place, isn't it, called Blackpool. noted for fresh air and mist. Some people go for the sun and the sand, others people go for whatever they can find on the promenade. It's not a poem. I'll tell you who we had there Saturday night. Elton John was there Saturday night. Elton John, did you see that? Did a concert, it was pouring down. I walked by on Sunday morning, there was mascara, there was feathers all over the place. Poor devil. He did say he would come back though. As I say, I got on this bus from, that was a little village near Darwin, what's it called? Little village. Preston, that's the place. And I'd only been on for a couple of stops, and this dear lady got on with her, loaded down with shopping she was, from Tesco's. I said, here you are, love, you can have my seat. Oh, she said, thank you very much. She sat down on my seat, and I hung on to that chrome bar for, all the way, coming up the Preston New Road, thrown about all over the bus. Then we got to the bus station, and as I was getting off, I said to the driver, I said, did you see me? He said, what? Did you see me give my seat to that lady? He said, I did. I said, I'm glad you saw that. Do you know what that was for? He said, no. He said, that was just to prove to you that there are still a few gentlemen left in this part of the world. That was just to prove to you that courtesy is not yet dead in Blackburn. Always said, I wondered why I did that. There's only you and her on the bus. That's not the point. That's not the point. Now we've got something for everybody this afternoon. Do you like lots of singing?
Yes.
We've got two lovely singers. Do you like lots of dancing?
Yes.
Oh, we've got lots of dancing. Do you like good clean jokes?
Yes.
Oh, we've got plenty of exits for you then. Now we've got this fella who comes on and he juggles with 2,500 weight of loose compost. I know what you're thinking, the bed he stinks. It was a good act. Now if a girl comes on and she does bird impressions, she has a bath in a saucer of water. But to get the show on the bright start, we have a young lad who's come all the way from Wigan. To entertain you. Ah, you've got fans in. You're all right. Just two of them. All the way from Wigan, he's got a song and a smile and a little ukulele. Please welcome back to Blackburn, it's none other than Mr. Anthony Mason. Here he is.
Thank you very much, thank you. Good afternoon. Oh, there's more in than that. Good afternoon. But it's turned out nice again, hasn't it? Well, let's hope so. Here we go, Colin. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now I go in the cleaning to earn an honest bob. For a nosy parker, it's an interesting job. Now it's a job that just suits me. I'm in the cleaning, you and me, and you can see what I can see. Lovely honeymooning couples too. You should see them bill and coo. You'd be surprised at things they do. In my profession I'll work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. The blushing bride looks divine. The bridegroom he is doing fine. I'd rather have his job than mine. The chambermaid, sweet names I call. It's a wonder I don't fall. My mind's not on my work at all. When I'm cleaning windows, I know a fella such as well. He has a thirst display to tell. I've seen him drink his bath as well. When I'm cleaning windows, in my profession I'll work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. Pajamas lying side by side, ladies' nighties I have spied. I've often seen what goes inside when I'm cleaning windows. good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, we've stopped. Oh, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's wonderful to be back here in Blackburn, and it's a thrill, always a thrill to come to Blackburn, because of course Blackburn is in Lancashire, isn't it? Now, of course, I'm from Wigan, but Wigan used to be in Lancashire, but as you may know, it's now in Greater Manchester, that's right. And if you lived in Warrington, you lived in Lancashire, but now you live in Cheshire. And if you lived in Southport, you lived in Lancashire, but now you live in Merseyside. I bet that went down. So even though I do come from Greater Manchester, I do consider myself to be a Lancashire lad. So would you like a little bit of Lancashire poetry? Yes, yes. Thank you very much, thank you, yes. Yeah, they love it, they do. Here we go. Now, as I do this, I shall slip into my native tongue. I am known for that by the local police, but that's another matter altogether. We'll not go into that, yes. Now, it was one day last December, as far as I remember, when I took a little walk down a Mandy Pride, when I slipped upon some butter, and I fell into the... Oh, you heard it? No. Gutter. And a pig came and lay down by my side. Now not a mutter did I utter as I lay there in the... Oh, you heard it. Till a lady passing by was heard to say, why, you can tell a man who boozes by the company that he chooses. And the rotten pig got up and walked away. There you go, you see. And it was clean. Very clean act, very clean. Oh, thank you, a little clap there. Come on with the rest. Okay, and now, ladies and gentlemen, this next song is a little medley of songs, George Formby songs. I'm a bit of a George Formby fan, you know. Can you tell? No. All right then. Little medley of songs, and it goes just like this. Okay, Colin. Yes. 1, 2, 1. He liked it all day, and in a way he really makes me sore. He's lost his hat to a Chinese girl, his laundry's all gone wrong. All day he'll flirt and scorch his shirt, that's why I'm singing this song. Oh, Mr. Blue, what shall I do? I've got those hand of blind, my Chinese laundry blues. extravaganza. Is that going too far? Oh, well, it's early days. We'll see how it goes, yes. Now, at this part of the show, I like to gauge the intelligence of the audience, because, of course, we only really appeal to the intelligentsia. That's right, Colin, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, very so. And that's you, isn't it, you see? Oh, yes. Creepy. It always works. Creepy, yes. Now, what I'm going to do now, certain stars, as you may know, are associated with certain catchphrases, aren't they? So, yes, that's right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shout out a catchphrase, and you're going to shout out back to me who it is from. Okay? Okay? Ooh. All right, we'll have a go. Nice and easy, first of all. Rock on, Tommy. Yeah. Get coming. Carry ball, you see, you're warming to me now, aren't you? Do you feel yourselves warming to me? Right, okay. How about this one? Can you hear me, mother? Sandy Powell, yes, you see. That's very good, very good. How about this one? Hello, playmates. Theraski, you see. Now this one, you'll never get this one. If you get this one, I shall wave my feet. That's a joke. That's a joke. In case we thought I was being serious. Okay, right, this is it. Now, here we go. You'll never get, if you get this one, I'll be amazed. I shall plat sawdust if you get this one. Here we go. You can't help liking him. You see, you've never got it yet. Yes. He was known as the cheeky chappie, of course. Max Miller, the cheeky chappie. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, but we're not going there. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what's Max Miller got to do with George Funk? You were thinking that, weren't you? You weren't thinking that at all. No, fair enough. No. I'll move on. Right. Well, they were in fact very great friends, was Max Miller and George Formby, and they used to holiday together on the Lady Beryl. That's a boat, by the way. Yes, indeed. I know, controversial. And of course, one of Max's little stories, which I won't do too many of those, because we've got Mr. Lindup coming up later on. He's got to do some tremendous. But one little story about this young lad. Now, as I do this, I shall slip effortlessly into Cockney, thus demonstrating my otherwise undemonstrated versatility. Right, here we go. Right, so you see there was this young lad, you're impressed. Yes, you're not impressed. No, that's fair enough. There was this young lad and he wants to get married, and he says, Dad, I want to get married. And his dad says, all right, son. That's the differentiator, you see, that's acting. It's amazing, isn't it? And so he says, all right, son. He says, Dad, I want to get married, and I want to marry Miss Green. And his dad says, no, you can't marry Miss Green. And he says, why not, Dad? He says, well, it's your half sister. He says, what do you mean? So when I was a young man, I got about a bit. So what about marrying Miss White? He says, no, you can't marry Miss White either. He says, why not? He says, it's your half sister. He says, what do you mean? He says, well, I got about a bit quite a lot. I had a bike. Anyway, he's distraught. He is absolutely distraught, and he goes home to his mum. And he says, Mum, I'm so unhappy. That's acting. Yeah. And she says, what is it, son? She says, I wanted to marry Miss Green, and Dad said that I couldn't. And she says, why not, son? She says, because it's my half sister. And then he says, I'll marry Miss White. And he says, I couldn't marry her either. And she says, why not, son? She said it was my half sister. And his mum says, don't you worry, son. You marry who you like. He's not really your father. There you go, you see, yes. And that's the joke that got him banned from the Wigan Hippodrome in 1938. I'm going to finish my first little spot for you with the very famous George Formby song. You have a tremendous show on its way for you. You have a tremendous lady coming on, Betsee on next. The songbird on the stage. The songbird, oh yes, but don't throw bread. She won't appreciate you. But yes, so my final song before I bring Betsee onto you. I'm leaning on the lamppost. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you in the second half. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm leaning on the lamp. Maybe you think I love to drown, or you may think I'm hanging round to steal a car. But no, I'm not.
In fact, when was it? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? We're having this Jubilee weekend. A lot of American ex-servicemen were in Blackburn. Yeah, so we're walking around the pleasure beach. He said, "How long has this been here?" I said, "What, this pleasure beach, how long has this been here?" I said, "I think it was opened in 1904. That's over 100. He said, "That's as big as it is? After 108 years, this is as big as it is? Why, back home, Coney Island, that was only built 30 years ago, and that's 4 times the size." I said, "Really?" "Yeah." Anyway, we walked out a bit, we walked past the pier, Central Pier. He said, "How long has that been there?" I said, "What, that jetty thing?" I said, "Central Pier, that was opened in 1864. He said, "Oh, that long ago, and that's as long as it is? Why, back in Atlantic City, we had the steel pier, that was only built in 1934, and that's 3 times as long as that one." I said, "Really?" "Yeah." Well, I was getting really fed up with this fellow back then. Really was, you know, all mouth. Anyway, he turned around and he saw the tower. He said, "My God, what's that?" I said, I don't know, it wasn't there this morning." On with the show now, ladies and gentlemen. Young ladies from, not from, all right, Colin. Oh, yeah. Oh, you are carrying on into it. Okay. All right. No, I get worried if I look around and he's not there, you know. Is it something I said? Okay, on with the show. Young lady come all the way from Stoke-on-Trent. It's a hell of a walk as well, isn't it? Have you been there? Hell of a walk. Anyway, she's got a special selection of songs she's picked especially for you this afternoon. Please welcome on stage the lovely Betsee. Here she is.
And then, staying in the nautical theme, the sailor with navy blue eyes. Who's got girls in every port, hanging around like flies? Yo ho 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 ho, the sailor with the navy blue eyes. Who's the guy they love to buy dozens of socks and ties? Well, it's yo ho 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 ho, the sailor with the navy blue eyes. When There's very funny lyrics to that song that one of the gentlemen have told me that are alternative lyrics, but I didn't dare sing them to him. You might have found them quite funny though. But here we go with the lovely Berkeley Square. That certain night, the night we met, there was magical more in the air. There were angels dining at the Ritz, and the nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I may be right, I may be wrong, but I'm perfectly willing to swear that when you turned and smiled at me, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. Look at the lovers at the back. The moon was lingering over London town. More puzzled moon, he wore a frown. How could he know we two were so in love? The whole dark world seemed upside down. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And when we turned and kissed goodnight, the nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. If I give my heart to you, will you handle it with care? Will you always treat me tenderly and in every way be fair? If I give my heart to you, will you give me all your love? Will you swear that you'll be true to me by the light that shines above? And will you sigh with me when I'm sad, smile with me when I'm glad, and always be as you are with me tonight? Think it over and be sure. Please don't answer till you do. If you promise all these things to me, then I'll give my heart to you. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And when we turned and kissed goodnight, the nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. That night in Berkeley Square. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And I picked up a little tip from somewhere the other day. I don't know whether, I'm always reading bits and bobs of stuff, or it could have been on, I don't know, the computer, the television, but apparently, ladies, if we kiss the sky 10 times like this, it's going to help our chins and lips. So why should it just be for us? What about the chaps as well? And in doing that, it might just trigger something off, you see, and you might just fall towards each other, mightn't you? Don't do it to too many strangers, though. I don't want you to be getting a bad reputation as being a little bit of a slut. Right, now, I do like to sing this song, although it's a very sad one. But it starts off with this letter, and don't forget, during the war, all letters were screened, weren't they, as well? So people, I suppose, felt that their innermost thoughts were being looked at, but this is that lovely weekend. said thanks for that lovely weekend. Those 2 days of heaven you had me to spend. The thrill of your kiss as you stepped off the train. The smile in your eyes like the sun after rain. To mark the occasion we went out to dine. Remember the laughter, the music, the wine. That ride in the taxi when midnight had flown. And breakfast next morning, just we two alone. You had to go, the time was so short. We both had so much to say. Your kit to be packed, the train to be caught. I'm sorry I cried, but I just felt that way. And now you have gone, dear, this letter I pen. My heart travels with you till we meet again. Keep smiling, my darling, and someday we'll spend a lifetime as sweet as that lovely weekend. You had to go, the time was so short. We both had so much to say. Your kit to be packed, the train to be caught. Oh, I'm sorry I cried, but I just felt that way. And now you have gone, dear, this letter I pen. My heart travels with you till we meet again. Keep smiling, my darling, and someday we'll spend a lifetime as sweet as that lovely weekend. A lifetime as sweet as that lovely weekend. Thank you very much. Thank you. It always makes me a bit tearful, actually. Anyway, we'll go out with a bang for Fleet's in Port again, I think. Yes, the Fleet's in Port again. It's because I lost my own fiancée, you see, in a car crash when I was in the army. The Fleet's in Port again, back home. In Port again, you're home, you're home. Now we'll have a jolly good time. The boys are here to ride. Those girls, they left behind. You're home,
Yeah, I hate being the only one. You what? You're more of a recycled teenager, are you? When you think about it, we have a lot in common with teenagers, don't we? Let's face it, we don't work and we're all on drugs. Anyway, you'd be pleased to know, anybody have to use one of those things that get you up the stairs? Anybody have to use one of those? One or two? Yeah, standards. One or two in other. Oh yeah. You'd be pleased to know they've brought out a new one, a new stair lift. Yeah, it's got a very powerful motor in it. Yeah, it can actually get you to the top of the stairs before you forget what you were going up for. So I've just been to Blakey's up there because I haven't been in there, well, since last in there about 1987. And I didn't go for a drink, I just went to get an estimate on a gin and tonic. And anyway, I went in there, as I say, 25 years ago, and this very nice barman, he said, would you like a drink, sir? I said, well, it's very kind of you, I'll have a light whiskey. He said, tell you what, sir, £2.50. Well, it's 25 years ago. He said, what do you mean £2.50? He said, well, you ordered it. I said, no, I didn't order it. You said, would you like a drink? And I said, thank you very much, I'll have a light whiskey. Inferring that that was a gift on the house. And all the regulars were around and said, well, actually, Bill, he did say that. Anyway, he went bright red. Absolutely furious. He said, all right then, you've conned me out of a drink, but as soon as you finished it, you're out of this bar, you're out of this town, you are barred forever. That's 25 years ago and I haven't been in since. Until 10 minutes ago. Barman said, hey, you're barred. I said, what do you mean barred? Barred, you conned me out of a drink 25 years ago. I said, it wasn't me. He said, it certainly was. I never forget a uniform. It was definitely you. I said, it wasn't me. He said, it definitely was. I said, I say it definitely wasn't me. He said, well, you must have a double. I said, thank you, I'll have a double whiskey. So I stopped to pick up some of my teas and I came back here. Ladies and gentlemen, because we've got a real treat for you this afternoon. Of course, a man who's been around so many years, he really has. He remembers Emmerdale Farm when it was an allotment. He's been around for a long time. He said, with all the great bands, he's here with us this afternoon with some special songs to sing exactly for you. Please welcome back Mr. Roy Chappell. Here he is.
July the 14th.
You do
7th and 14th.
something that simply mystifies me. Tell me, why should it be you have the power to hypnotize me? Let me live beneath your spell. Do that, you do so well. For you, something to me that nobody else could do. You do something to me, something that simply mystifies me. Tell me, why should it be you have the power to hypnotize me? Let me live beneath your spell. You do that, you do so well for you. Something to me that nobody else could do. That nobody else could do.
Hey friends, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is. Is it afternoon? Because I've been stood there a long time, it could be tomorrow by now. And it's nice to see you all on this lovely night. Are you enjoying yourselves? Till I came on. Right, well, anybody remember Perry Como? I remember. Well, the Perry Como show used to be on the television on BBC 2, because we didn't have BBC 2, only BBC 1, and we couldn't see it. So I had to go to my mates to see it. Just thought I'd tell you that. And one of the songs that was very popular in those days, in fact it was very popular just at the end of the war, Prisoner of Love.
to her I'm creeping. My very life is in the keeping. I'm just a prisoner of love. What's the good of my caring if someone is sharing those arms with me? Although she has another, I can't have another, for I'm not free. She's in my dreams, awake or sleeping. Upon my knees to her I'm creeping. My very life is in her keeping. I'm just a prisoner of love. Prisoner of love.
Thank you, friends. Very good. Don't clap too loud because I've got a headache. It was that hat I had on before giving me a headache. So anyway, it's nice to see you all in this very happy mood. Have you been dancing today?
Yes.
Oh. Isn't it a dance? I thought it was a dance today. I'm sorry. Well, if you want to dance, friends, in any of these numbers, there's plenty of space here, or in the car park. Plenty of space there, Colin, in the car park. Yeah. Pardon? The last time there wasn't. Last time. We certainly did. We sure did. You don't remember them three either, do you? You can lead a horse to water, but a pencil must be. And then they went into that dance. In the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the lonesome pine, in the pale moonshine, a heart's entwined. You carved your initials, and I carved mine. Oh, June. Oh, June. I didn't know he was going to do that now. Did it just come out? Colin said it just came out. Yes. Like the mountains I'm blue, and like the pines I'm pining for you. Are they all clear? In the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the lonesome pine. Oh, 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 oh. Da 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 da. Excuse me, are you in the Union Jack? The Union Jack? These are the jokes they used to have on Workers' Playtime, you know. Don't give up your day joke. Who said that? Well, that's the agent as well. He pays the money out. I'm sorry about this. So, do you remember Workers' Playtime and all that? Variety Bandbox? Max Swan was always on, wasn't he? Yes. Thank you very much. Oh, I can't go into that. We've got to sing now. Now, this next song was a big hit for, what were they called, Colin? Hannigan and Flannel, was it? Hannigan and Flannel? Flannel and... Hannigan and Flannel? Hannigan and... Correct. Flanagan and Allen. Music, maestro, please. You sing along, folks, you know. Honestly. Be happy, that's all it is. Tonight, I mustn't think of her. Music, maestro, please. Tonight I must forget how much I need her. Oh, Mr. Leader, play some hip blues melody, ragtime, jazz time, swing, any old thing to help me ease the
tonight I must forget. No more memories. Bring on tonight I must forget. Music, maestro, please. When you play that now, I said, well, that's lovely. You still awake? I know there's somebody out there, I can hear you breathing. Right now, you're in the sing-along mood now, aren't you? Are we alright for one more, Colin, or is it? I'm worried about the time, because it's 5 to. Well, this medley might take 5 minutes, so if I don't do any more, I'm sorry about that. So we'll do a Bing Crosby medley. Does anybody remember Bing? It's less and less every time I say that. Well, this is a medley that there were all million sellers in the 40s, so you must remember some. Kiss me once and kiss me twice, kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Haven't felt like this, my dear, since can't remember when. It's been a long, long time. You'll never know how many dreams I dream about you, or just how empty they all seem without you. So kiss me once, kiss me twice, kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Won't you tell me when we will meet again? Sunday, Monday, or always? If you're satisfied, I'll be in this night. Sunday, Monday, or always? No need to tell me now what makes the world go round. When at the sight of you, my heart begins to pound. What am I to do? Can't I be with you? Sunday, Monday, or always? I can't begin to tell you how much you mean to me. Our world will end if ever we were through. I can't begin to tell you how happy I would be if I could speak my mind like others do. I make such pretty speeches whenever we're apart, but when you're near, the words I choose, your turn. So take the sweetest phrases the world has ever known, and make believe I've said them all to you. You must know this one, 4 of you anyway. If I had my way forever, there be
Is that alright with you and the air raid wardens? So we'll do one that comes from a cartoon, how do you like that? Do you remember the cartoons?
Yeah.
Yes, you remember the cartoons. Well, this is the one from the big one of the 40s. Here we go. Right, let's go. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. It's the bluebird on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfaction. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Oh, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. It's the bluebird on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual water. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. What a wonderful zippity-doo-dah day.
Right, gentlemen. We'll see Roy later, but now we come to the best part of the afternoon, it's the interval. Yeah, we've got tea and biscuits through there, so have your ID cards ready, won't you? You brought your ration books? Yeah? You remember ration books? Oh, when the war finished, my daddy tore up all our ration books. We starved for 10 years. No idea we're going to carry on, have we? We've got tea and biscuits over there, like refreshments. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with more of the same, only different. Thank you for the super audience, see you in 15 minutes, don't be late. this afternoon's little concert, Return to the 40s. Did you all get one? Have you all been for one? Yeah. Cup of tea, I meant. No. Didn't bring me one. Anyway, those are a couple of tunes, 2 or 3 tunes I hope you recognise. Always be associated, of course, with the great Miller Band. Thank you, yeah, deserves a round of applause. That's Glenn Miller, of course. Not Ed Miller's band. Not him, not him. No joy there, is it? So my little portion of the afternoon is a sort of a, what you might call a sentimental journey back in time. Sentimental journey. There must be a song with that title, surely. Out of the millions that have been written. Have we got a little shuffle type of rhythm there, Colin? And knobs all over it, words like Athlone and Hilversum on it, whatever they were. And when you went near it, your father said, hey, don't touch that wire, it's the aerial. Right? Don't touch that wire, it's the earth. Keep your hands away from that wire, it's the mains. The whole thing was covered in wires, yet it was called a wireless. Why is that? Do you remember that? 4 of us, come on, be honest, come on. Some of you can remember accumulators, if you're honest. It's nothing to do with bingo, is it? It's a little dry battery you took it down to the cycle shop on a Saturday morning with your 6pence. Can you charge this up, please? Don't shake it to bed, otherwise you'll mix up all the programs. So great programs used to come on the old wireless, including the great dance bands. Who remembers dancing to the dance bands? Anybody? Can you remember when people used to dance with each other? Not at each other like they do now, those days. That's a long time ago, isn't it? There were still shepherds on the M6 then. It's a long time ago. And all these dance bands are great brass sections. You'd have the trumpets on one side, you'd have the trombones on the other. The trumpets would play a phrase, the trombones would answer it, then they play it. Why am I explaining it to you? I can show you better than that. Here we are, if you imagine that represents the whole of the trumpet section on this side, this represents the whole of the trombone section on this side, I'll give you my impression of the brass section of a big swing band. Darling, maintain your indifference. Waves of apathy coming up here. Here it is, a great flag waver from the great days of the big bands. It's called the Bugle Call Rag. Give it. Jobs in this show in a week. All that dashing about, all this for a lousy 5,000 quid a day. Stupid, isn't it? Oh, you're laughing now, yeah, quite rightly. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm flattering now, but I've got to go now. I've got another job in November 2018. I'd like to leave you with a serious thought, though. Why do you think it is that people who snore always fall asleep first? And why, when the doorbell rings, does the dog think it's for him? And I can be in those supermarkets. Why the supermarket trolleys never go in the direction you're pushing them? They don't, do they? You push them forward to go sideways. Never go in the direction you're pushing them. Yet you go out into the car park, there's a 14-year-old school lad and he's got 100 in a straight line. And he goes straight through the front doors. Speaking of supermarkets, if all brand really does keep you adjacent, what's the word? Is that what it does? Yeah. Well, if all brand really does keep you regular, why don't they give it to bus drivers? About 3 weeks. I'm going to vacate the stage in the very, very capable hands of our lovely singer for this afternoon. Please welcome back on stage the lovely Betsee.
Rolling round the world, looking for the sunshine that never seems to come my way. I'm rolling round the world, every little signpost seems to look at me and say, well, bye-bye rainy day, bye-bye snow. Got no time to waste, I must go. I'm rolling round the world, looking for the sunshine I know I'm gonna find someday. I'm rolling round the world, looking for the sunshine that never seems to come my way. I'm rolling round the world, every little signpost seems to look at me and say, well, bye-bye rainy day, bye-bye snow. Got no time to waste, I must go. I'm rolling round the world, looking for the sunshine I know I'm gonna find someday. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there was a song that Roy used to sing for you, and I've decided to pinch it. He does it beautifully, but I'd like to sing it because Davey Lynn sang this next one, and also the one that I shall do following this, but this one is yours. Yours till the stars I breathe. Yours in the gray of December. all singing. Didn't know you knew all the words, actually. That was great, you sounded smashing. You should be up here, actually. And who was I singing to? There's 2 nice gents, 3 nice gents there, you know. I'd like to be able to take my pick. Because I think you ladies up here are a little bit tough, don't you, eh? And you'll have me for it. You know what he's like, he doesn't want me, I've told you before. So, there we are. But we'll go on now with the other Vera Lynn number that I'd like to do. Can you see that? It's a moth, isn't it? Moth? Yes? He's opened as well, that's right, you're so right. Now this next one is a lovely one. Quite sad, but also you can just imagine people being so pleased to think that they're eventually going to hear the last All Clear. When they sound the last All Clear, how happy my darling will be. When they turn up the lights and those long, lonely nights are just like a memory. Nevermore to be apart. How happy my darling will be. Then the peace bells will ring and the whole world will sing when they sound the last All Clear. The dancing couple at the back, this is a waltz. When they sound the last All Clear, do you fancy it? How happy my darling will be. When they turn up the lights and those long, lonely nights are just like a memory. Nevermore to be apart. How happy my darling will be. When the peace bells will ring and the whole world will sing when they sound the last All Clear. Thank you very much, Les. I can just imagine just how mad everybody went, you know. I mean, I can remember going to street parties after the war, you know, celebrating certain things, but I was very tiny at the time, but I've got an impression of all of these long tables down the street. You know, so you were probably, some of you, if you're old enough, I don't suppose you are, I suppose I'm the oldest person in the building, but you know, I mean, I can remember those times. They were so fantastic, and I can just imagine what it was like for the adults, you know, knowing the war was over. So I think we'll do our patriotic bit now, shall we? As usual. All right then. So if anybody's got any flags, this is the point where you know these songs so well, don't you? No, well if you haven't got flags, wave your knickers. Right? wave anything you like. There's some chaps at the back, I don't know what they're waving. There's a chap at the back. What are you waving? Oh, it's probably just a piece of paper. I thought it was something more exciting. Oh, you're all right, darling. Having a little sneeze. Okay.
Try again. Gotta sleep.
They were, are we doing it, Mikey? They were called in from the hillside, they were called in from the glen, and the country found them ready at the stirring call for men. Let no tears add to their hardship as the soldiers pass along. And although your heart is breaking, may it sing this cheery song. Keep the home fires burning while your hearts are yearning. Though the lads are far away, they dream of home. There's a silver lining through the dark clouds shining. Turn those dark clouds inside out till the boys come home. They'll always be in England. There'll always be an England while there's a country lane. Wherever there's a cottage small beside a field of grain, there'll always be an England while there's a busy street. Wherever there's a turning wheel, a million marching feet. Red, white and blue, what does it mean to you? Surely you're proud, shout it out loud, Britain's away. The Empire too, we can depend on you. Freedom remains, these are the chains, nothing close attention, everybody, and it was lovely to hear you singing along with me. And now you've got the opportunity to welcome to the stage someone you've seen in the first half. He's very handsome. He's a raconteur. He also plays the ukulele. He wants me to tell you about the sexy bit, so keep playing. Right, I think you know who it is. Oh yes, it's very easy. Yes, he's cheaper than I am. Get onto the stage, Mr. Anthony Mason!
Oh, well, here we are again. Hooray! Oh, now, as Betsee has been getting you in the mood, you see, getting you all united together as one huge organism, hasn't she? Have you been united as one huge organism? Have you? You look like you have, actually, yes. But I'm going to carry on that theme now. Now, my first song, actually, coincidentally, celebrates its centenary with a maritime disaster. Now, of course, as you'll all be aware, this year is the centenary of the sinking of the Titanic, yes. Now, according to James Cameron, did you all see the film Titanic, didn't you? With that Kate Winslet and Leonard Cappuccino? Yes? Well, this song actually apparently was being played as the ship was sinking. And I hope that this afternoon it will go down equally well. Yes. And if you know the words, I want to hear you all joining in. Don't be shy. Come on here, come on here. Come on here, come on here. You can play beautiful like you never heard before. That's just the bestest band one out. Honey, come on long. Let me take you by the hand. To that band, who's the leader of the band? And if you wanna hear a swan, he'll never play. Come on here. That is our ragtime band when Whip was home. And evening is nigh, I hurry to mine. Lovely, I'll turn to the right, where a little white light will lead me to my heaven. I see a shining face and fireplace and cozy room. A little nest that nestles where the roses bloom. Just fall in me, and baby make it free. We're happy in my blue. And this one's for the summertime now. Button up your overcoat when the wind is free. Everybody, take this out. Awfully good. Eat an apple every day and be in bed by 3. Once again. Be careful crossing streets. Don't eat meat. Cut out sweets. You'll get a pain, ruin your tum-tum. Keep away from college boys when they're on a spree. Take good care of yourself. You belong to me with the flappers now. Charleston. See dancing as well. You can't believe you look, can you know? For the price is amazing. Charleston. See how you're shut. Every step they do leads to something new. Man, I'm telling you, it's a lava zoo fun dance. We dance. We'll be a back number. But Charleston, brand new Charleston. They'll say it's surely a cover. One time, you'll dance to it sometime. I dance for the Charleston. Made in South Carolina, everybody now. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where passion sits? Different types you wear a deco, pants with stripes or underwear, with perfect fits. Dressed up like a $1 trooper. Try mighty hard to look like Gary. Come, let's mix for Rockefellers, walk with sticks or umbrellas in their midst. It's one more time. Now, if you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where passion sits? Different types of wear deco, pants with stripes. muscles there, where'd you? You're flexing, it's like the Charles Atlas, isn't he? Of the organ, actually. He was organ out of this. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, before I lower the tone any further, I'd like to bring a very serious message now, because, ladies and gentlemen, I am a serious musician. Oh yes, I am. Oh yes, I am. Yeah. Oh no, I'm not. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am a serious-ish, not a fish, serious-ish musician. Now, I'd like to perform for you now on the ukulele, a feat seldom attempted on the ukulele, maybe even never. Yes. I'd like to play it for you now on the ukulele without the aid of a safety net. The William Tell Overture. Thank you. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3. The indomitable, the legendary, and the hygienic Mr. Roy Chappell. My final song, of course, is a dedication to the greatest entertainer in the world! In his own opinion, of course, he was very modest. Real name was Asa Yolson, but of course you'll know him as Al Jolson. Signal ride, a choo-choo train that pays me. Away from you, no words can tell us that you make me kiss me to sin there. More don't get a letter, then you'll know I'm in jail. Don't cry, Tootsie, don't cry. Oh, goodbye, Tootsie, goodbye. Or, Swanee, how I love you, my dear old Swanee. I give the world to me. I'm with my folks in. Mammy's waiting for me, praying for me now. I'm the Swanee. The folks up north will see me no more when I get to that Swanee shore. Swanee, Swanee, oh, I give the world for Swanee. Swanee, Swanee, oh, I love the old folks at home. How about this one? Oh, nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the. And nothing can be sweeter than my sweetie when I greet her in the. Where the morning glory winding round the door, whispering prettiest for me. Gorgeous, Ulster with my girlie, where the dew is pearly early in the morning. And butterflies will flutter up and kiss each little buttercup and dawning. But if I had a laugh, life for only a day, I would make a wish, and here's what I'd say. Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. Last one. Oh, California, here I come, right back where I started from. When flowers bloom in the spring, each morning I don't in Bernie sing got everything the sun kiss missing. Don't be late, oh, that's why I could hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I come one more time. Oh, California, here I come, right back where I started from. When flowers bloom in the spring, each morning I don't in Bernie sing got everything the sun kiss me said. Don't be late, oh, that's why I could hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I come. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. And now I'd like to welcome back to the stage. You've had him in the first half, and you're gonna have him again. You could say you did, but that's another matter. I'd like to welcome back on stage the legendary Mr. Roy Chappell.
Grab your hand, leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that bit of vibe? And the happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. Now I'm not afraid. This roller crossed over. If I never had a cent, I'd be rich as Mary Como. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. Now I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never had a cent, I'd be rich as Tony Bennett. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. Thank you, folks. Thanks for staying. You can't go yet, can you? Because I locked all the doors, so you can't go.
Now, a song now that I think I've done it here before, but it was a long time ago. I think the last time I did this, Eddie Fisher was in the charts. And Nat King Cole, and all the others. So it's a nice song, folks. I'll dedicate this to everybody because of the title. It's called A Friend of Yours. This was a Bing song originally. Just say that I'm a friend of yours, and maybe they won't get wise. And if they see us together, I'll brush the dreams from my eyes. I'll tell my heart it mustn't sing the song of remember when. Just say that I'm a friend of yours, that we happen to meet again. Just say that I'm a friend of yours, and maybe they won't get wise. And if they see us together, I'll brush the dreams from my eyes. I'll tell my heart it mustn't sing the song of remember when. Just say that I'm a friend of yours, that you happen to meet again. It's a nice song, isn't it? Nice. Have you heard it before? When it was when Eddie Fisher was in it. It's a lovely song. Nobody ever sings that. There's only me left. Maybe Tony Bennett might do it, but I don't think so. Now here's a song. If I can get me that Paul right. Latin American stuff. Now remember Carmen Miranda used to come on with a tin of mixed fruit on her head and I like you very much. I think you're grand. Well, we're not doing that. I'm sorry. We're not doing that, but we're doing a song that's one of her tempos. She used to do Latin American types, and so did Bing. This is one of Bing's. It's called Day by Day. Carry on dancing, folks. Don't wait around all day, no more. Day by day, I'm falling more in love with you, and day by day my love seems to grow. There isn't any end to my devotion. It's deeper, dear, by far than any ocean. I find that day by day you're making all my dreams come true, and come what may, I want you to know I'm yours alone. Thanks, Colin. That was lovely, that. I've not done that for a long while, have I? Lovely song, yes. I've not done it for a long time. So I thought I'd do it now. Oh, did he say something, sir? Get off, thank you. Yes, I'll don't worry. I'll have to look at my script, see what's next. Oh yes, it's that medley, isn't it, Colin? Yes, it's that one, yes. We've not done this one here, I know that. But see, I'm trying to do songs that I've never done before, because if this is my last one, I'd like to finish off with... It could be, you don't know, yes? I'm alright for time. Right, anybody want to get up and sing? Anybody know any good jokes? You sat there all the time, haven't you? Have you had your butties and all that? Have you had all that? Your hot pot, haven't you had your hot pot? Don't you have it now? Oh. You got no pudding either. Well, there's a pudding up here. That's what they say. Right, so this is a medley of songs that come really from the war. I mean, I think it was Gracie Fields used to do some of them. Izzy Bond, remember Izzy Bond? He used to do, remember him? Good singer. He was a comedian, but he was a good singer as well. And Gracie Fields said that. Vera Lynn, she did it as well. She did some of these songs. And Bing did a few as well. We're not going now. No, it's not the one that. It's alright, just talk amongst yourselves, folks. That was You'll Never Know That. I've done that one. Should we do that? I think it was the one actually, Colin. It was really, it sounded a bit like it. Okay. We'll try it anyway, if it's only one song. It sounds good, does it? They all want that. Alright, we'll just do that. It's a request. You'll never know just how much I miss you. You'll never know just how much I care. And if I try, I still can hide my love for you. You ought to know, or haven't I told you so? A million or more times you went away from my heart when with you. I speak your name in my every prayer. If there is some other way to prove that I love you, I swear I don't know. You'll never know if you don't know now. You'll never know just how much I miss you. You'll never know just how much I care. And if I tried, I still couldn't hide my love for you. You ought to know, or haven't I told you so? About a million or more times you went away from my heart when with you. I speak your name in my every prayer. If there is some other way to prove that I love you, I swear I don't know. You never know if you don't know. one, Colin, didn't we? But never mind, it's all right. Right, folks, now I think we've got one more now to get off with. This is a Glenn Miller one. Seeing as I'm dressed as Glenn Miller, have you noticed that? Did you notice the change? From RAF to American. You thought it was a bus conductor, didn't you? Tram driver, something. Anyway, it's nice to see you folks, and I hope I see you again sometime. Who knows with this, the way things go, but we might see you again. And if there's any requests, just write your request on the back of a fiver and give it to Colin. Oh, it's a tenner for Colin, a fiver for me. Musicians Union rate, is that? A tenner. Right, now this is a Glenn Miller one, as I said before, and it's Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree. Has anyone else got it? Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Till I come marching home. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. Till I come marching home. I just got word from a guy who heard from the bloke next door to me. He said you are with someone else who fits you to a T. So I don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Till I come marching home. I just got word from a guy who heard from the bloke next door to me. He said you are with someone else who fits you to a T. So I don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Till I come marching home. Till I come marching home.
Right, well, near the end of this afternoon's extravaganza, two songs which cannot possibly leave out. First one is going to be sung by Betsee. Please welcome back on stage Betsee to lead us all.
Hello again. I'm backstage with all the boys.
Shall we extol thee? Who are
heard it, though.
And that's it, we're all done now, all leaving the old theatre for the time again this year. There's Betsy and Roy. That's the pizza, and there's Pete loading his car. They've got a car park here, you can see them all packing away, it's all jolly good. I think Roy's got the newest car. Yeah, jolly good. Oh no, I'm wrong, it's the drummer, he's got the... Oh well.